So we've had answers. One answer being simplification. Another answer, leverage. Another answer, a better educated, better remunerated, more independent regulators. As a final question, how do we elevate the debate to push in this direction? And related, are you optimistic about getting some of this simplification, leverage, the brown bidder? Are we going to get better policy? How do we elevate the debate to get better policy? Any final comments on that, Franklin? Optimistic?
Moderately optimistic. I think it's, it starts at academics. So banking has been a field in academia, in finance and economics, which has not been a high prestige area. And so it's changing, but it could change some more, I think.
Change more and better faster. Richard, on this?
I'm somewhat pessimistic because I think the whole process, which is well-intentioned, leads to greater and greater complexity. What happens is the regulators will propose a rule, they'll take in comments from everyone, but usually from the industry. They'll try to fix the rule to take account of all of the possible exceptions, and they'll put it out, and it's 3 or 4 times as long. So you get rule books that no one person could possibly read. And it's just, you would think that it would collapse of its own weight, but instead the fastest growing area in the financial services industry is compliance. And it's not because these people are keeping the banks safer, it's because they're trying to figure out how to make them be able to fill out the forms to say they're compliant.
Before we give Sheila Bair the last word, I want to take note of Mark Dugan is in the room, and we have a new institute at Wharton just for elevating the debate and bringing academics and policymakers together. Mark, do you want to tell us about? There you go.
So it's a new initiative that was launched in the fall, in September, and I guess one of the goals of it is to try to bring the expertise from the people up here at the front of the room to help get it more on the radar screen of policymakers, the media, or whoever might benefit from it, the general public, and so forth, because so many of these issues are so complex, and we have this sort of bumper sticker policy discussion quality right now. And so we're trying to move the needle a little bit in a productive direction. So I don't know, maybe after we work a little harder, maybe Dick will be a little more, we can move him to optimistic. And we're trying to help faculty in that way, and then also to the extent there are students with an interest in policy, facilitate opportunities for them research-wise and on the front lines of policy and so forth. So we're excited about it, and I think so far the reaction has been really, really good from people at Wharton and elsewhere at the University of Pennsylvania. So, so yeah, we're excited. And if you're interested, let me know.
Thank you, Mark. And our last word then to our keynote speakers.
So, yeah, I'm going to be moderately optimistic. I think we will get to a tougher leverage ratio. I do, a significantly tougher leverage ratio. As tough as it should be, probably not, but significantly tougher. And I think in other areas, for instance, derivatives regulation, I hasten to say that bill's only passed the House, not the Senate, so hopefully it will die there. But I think, I'm not sure Dodd-Frank got derivatives regulation right, but what they're trying to do is it goes exactly in the wrong direction. So, but again, I think people need to engage and counter that, and that's the only way I see that we'll continue forward progress and not backslide. So, I would say too on regulatory motives and complexity, I think those two are related as well, because Dick's right. The fastest growing area is regulatory compliance. Unfortunately, all the regulators who've been writing these rules are now getting very lucrative jobs in that field, and this isn't unique to financial services. You see it in the tax laws too. There's actually an affirmative motivation by people writing the rules and regulations to make them really hard to understand, because that increases their marketability when they leave. And I'm sorry to say that, but it is just kind of some of what goes on. So again, I think aligning regulatory incentives and getting regulators to look at public service as a lifetime career, not a stepping stone to something else, is really important. And I hope you will undertake some projects on that. I think it's very important.
Before we end and thank, note there are books to be signed, and so we invite all of you to come meet Sheila Bair in person and sign the books. Now, thanks to Tom Segru for all his good work this year on bringing folks together for major issues in the financial crisis. I think today is just exemplary of the extraordinary year that he's brought to us. And thanks to Franklin Allen, Richard Herring, and for all her work and for being with us, Sheila Bair. Thank you.
Thank you.